They used to walk, they used to swim, they used to fly with a toothy grin. Some ate plants and some ate meat. Some walked around on just 2 feet. Or the dinosaurs, big as trees. The dinosaurs, brains like peas, jaws and claws and teeth and bone, that used to growl and groan and moan. Some had feathers, some had scales, spikes and clubs and whip-like tails. They fought like dragons, the earth sure shook. The volcano sizzled and the lava cooked. Oh, the dinosaurs, big as trees. The dinosaurs, brains like peas, jaws and claws and teeth and bone, that used to growl and groan and moan. Tyrannosaurus Rex was a terrible king. The Stegosaurus tail could really swing. Brachiosaurus liked to stomp. Trachodon would chew and chomp. Oh, the dinosaurs, big as trees. The dinosaurs, brains like peas, jaws and claws and teeth and bone, that used to growl and groan and moan.
Hi, Malcolm. This is your Grandpa Jim. I'm going on an adventure today, and I thought I'd invite you along with me. You may not know it, but I live in a town called New York City, all the way on the other side of the United States from you. And today is going to be a special day because I'm going to a place. Actually, I'm not going alone because Rabbit is here with me. And we're going to both go to a very special place. It's called the Museum of Natural History. It's a very big building, and I'm right across the street from it, in a place called Central Park. And the building is incredibly big. It goes all the way down there, and then all the way up there. And you see all these school buses? These school buses are all here because lots and lots of children come to this museum because it's great for kids. So we're going to go inside and we're going to take a look around and we're going to see some of the things that's inside this museum because I think you're going to like them. I don't know whether you can see this or not, but right in the middle of that sign it says T-Rex, and that means we're going to see T-Rex. Remember where we went in the front door of this museum? Well, this is the lobby. This is inside that front door. And if you look way, way, way up there, you see the head of this dinosaur. I'm going to go over in a minute and find out just exactly what kind of dinosaur it is. But I'll show you the rest of the lobby. And there's a smaller dinosaur. And here's all the people ready to go in. It's a really beautiful place, this museum is. There's 4 floors, and you could spend days in here looking at all the exhibits and not see it all. So this is a drawing of these skeletons. And apparently it is a mommy and her baby. And the way the scientists believe it happened was that the mommy, and it's called a Barosaurus, was protecting its baby from an attack by what looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Pretty cool though. And from way back here, we can sort of see it what was in the picture. There's the Tyrannosaurus. And there's the mummy. And there's the baby behind it. Because this is how a T-Rex came to be. Because when a T-Rex is born, this is what they look like. Very hard to imagine that this little bird turned into a T-Rex, one of the biggest dinosaurs ever to walk the earth. And here's some more about the history. There's all kinds of, it's like a family, there's all kinds of varieties of animals that went on to become a Tyrannosaurus. And apparently a Tyrannosaurus is a single genus or sort of family of Tyrannosaurus. There's only one known species, which is the Tyrannosaurus rex. So a Tyrannosaurus is always a T-Rex. Whoa, man. One scary animal. And this is the earliest, what they call the earliest Tyrannosaurus. And you can see how they got bigger over time as they evolved. And you can start to see in this big one here, you can start to see how they ended up becoming the T-Rex that we know about. See, you can sort of see the mouth and the shape, and it's up on two legs. It's got small front legs and a big tail. And here is a skeleton of a T-Rex.
Needed to move its bulky head. Fused bones in its skull, giant jaw muscles, and teeth like pickaxes were built for a powerful bite. With a bite force stronger than any animal alive today, T-Rex could pulverize bones in a snap. Another T-Rex tries to seize its prize.
Wow, look at the size of that head. Gigantic.
Despite some broken ribs, it fights off its attacker.
And look at the size of its feet. Whoa, Triceratops, holy cow. This is what scientists think the world looked like back when the dinosaurs were alive. Like a forest. It's sort of like today, it's not really different. this is what it looked like. It actually has hair. I never knew that. There's its famous teeth.
I didn't realize it had hair.
I wonder if it ever had to brush its hair. No, probably not.
I just said that. How did I know that?
Jesus, Malcolm, I'll tell you what, this is an amazing thing. You can look right in its eyes. You think you'd be scared if you saw one of these in real life? I think I would be. I don't think I would like it at all.
But in the scars of the skeleton, recording the story.
It's sort of, in some ways, the skin looks a little bit like an elephant. You know, it's big and sort of wrinkled and very powerful. You can see the strength in the muscles in its legs. Feet. And its big bone tail.
They used to walk. They used to.
Okay, you'll see another room full of dinosaurs. I don't know what this means. Well, there's apparently a couple different eras of dinosaurs. This is a Saurischian dinosaurs. Maybe you know about that, but I don't. Uh-oh. I think maybe this is the room with the brontosaurus. I think maybe it is. There is another T-Rex. This is sort of a smaller one, I think, than the one in the other room. But it's still pretty darn big. This is actually the size of its head. Tyrannosaurus rex apparently means tyrant reptile. I didn't know that a T-Rex was a reptile. Huh. Never know about life. Yep, I think that must be a brontosaurus. I'm far enough away from it so you can sort of see the whole size of it compared to the people that are there. Right. We're about to go into a different dinosaur room. There's like 5 or 6 big rooms here, Malcolm, all full of dinosaurs. All about dinosaurs. If your mom and dad ever brought you to New York, you could see them all. But it would take you days to see them all. There's so many of them. This is, I don't know what it is. It's just big. That's all I can tell you. It's very big. It's called a Titanosaur. Goes all the way out. Got a really long neck. Goes all the way out there in the hallway.
A new dinosaur is coming to the halls of the American Museum of Natural History. This Titanosaur is a really huge animal. It's over 120 feet long. It lived in what's now present-day Argentina about 100 million years ago. The last 20 years have really been the new golden age of dinosaur discovery. New kinds of animals have been found all over the world, in Africa and Asia and Patagonia, and this is just one of the latest ones. A couple of years ago, one of my ex-graduate students, Diego Pol, sent me an email saying that a farmer near Galeo in Patagonia had found an amazing dinosaur, one of the largest land animals ever to live. Over the next couple of years, they extracted the specimen from the rocks at the ranch.
We went down to Argentina and we 3D scanned all the bones in the field and in the lab. We had the whole skeleton completely digitized in 4 weeks. We took the data and then we carved the bones out of slabs of foam with our 5-axis milling machine. We molded all the elements once they're carved up, and then we have a complete copy of the skeleton. And from there, we can cast all the elements out of fiberglass. And then the cast gets mounted.
When you're trying to determine the mass, the weight of an animal this big, it's pretty tough. A good example of that is if you pick up a puppy, it's pretty heavy compared to picking up a bird, a chicken, that's about the same size. That's because their bones are constructed very differently. The bones of this titanosaur were, while not hollow, they were what we call cancellous. So they had lots of little tiny air pockets all through them, like a piece of styrofoam. So the bones themselves would be very, very, very light. That's the only way an animal like this could get so big. We chose to display this animal now because it represents one of the newest big dinosaurs that's been found anywhere in the world. We have some tremendous things here. We have the blue whale, we have the Tyrannosaurus rex, we have the Barosaurus, and now we're going to have the Titanosaur.
Now here's a couple more. I wonder what they are. This is a duck-billed dinosaur. It's called an Anatotitan. Never heard of that one. Maybe you have. They apparently can walk on their hind legs or on all four. Very cool. Oh. I think you know what that is? That's the head of a Triceratops. And if you look really closely, you can see its teeth. And this is the whole skeleton. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, this is the next exhibit. There's a bunch more dinosaurs. These are little ones. We always think of dinosaurs were really big, don't we? But there were small ones too. This is called Adaphosaurus, and Aphasocolonus. I hope you do a better job of pronouncing these than I do. This looks like a bear. It's a marsupial. Glossotherium. That's this one right here. And this is called a Smilodon. Smilodon. And it looks like a sort of a saber-toothed cat. It's got great big teeth. You can see the teeth are really big. Boy, I wouldn't want to have that bite me. And this is a Megalodopus. Megalodopus. They look like they're designed to climb trees, which is a pretty cool thing to do in the world of dinosaurs. Oh, and this is like a deer. Blastocerus. Looks like a deer, doesn't it? Little horns. Probably can run really fast. Oh, this is an equus, which is like a horse. Interesting. It's right there. Looks very much like a horse. It's funny to think of dinosaurs, coming all the way through the years and being like animals that we know, like a horse. We think mostly of dinosaurs as animals that we no longer have. And this I'm going to stop pronouncing these because I do such a terrible job of it. Gomphotherium. Looks like an elephant. This next one is called an Ursulus spellicis. And it's sort of posing like a scary thing. It looks like it might grab me and eat me. It's got big teeth too. It's funny how it stands. Amazing. This is a Megalosaurus. And it's like a gigantic deer or even a moose. Really big. Look at the size of those antlers. Gigantic. And it's got a head that's shaped very much like a deer. This is a really cool one. Look at that. Great big tusks. Looks like an elephant, doesn't it? That's sort of what it looked like with its body. It's called a mammoth. Mastodon. I wonder what a mammoth is versus a mastodon. Maybe a mastodon is like a whole group of dinosaurs. But it's very big. When I see these skeletons, it makes me realize how small I am. People are really small, when it compares to dinosaurs. early relative of elephants, lived in Texas 10 million years ago. Wow. Called the Mammothus primigenius. Also looks like an elephant. But look at his tusks. It's really wild. I mean, they're all curved around. I wonder how he could even eat with them like this. I think they would get in the way. Okay, Malcolm, this is my last room that I'm going to go into, and I'm going to go in here just because I want to show you something really amazing. But I'm running out of battery power on my camera, but I want you to see this, and I hope it will come out. This is called the African Mammal Exhibit, and in the center, right here, is what's called the Pride of Elephants. I think maybe they're called a herd. But you can sort of see them. If they had a little bit more light in here, that would be easier to see, but that's unfortunate. But there are I think there's like 6 elephants all in a group. They're really amazing. And I didn't have a chance to go into any of the other exhibits other than the dinosaur exhibits, but I thought I would show you some of the things that this museum has. And there's a whole, in this particular hall, there's a whole series of different sets of animals. This is called the bongo. They're sort of like deer, but they're all kinds of animals from Africa. And this is obviously lions. It's interesting again to see them sort of in real life. This is what they really are. This is their real size. And in the movies and stuff, it's hard to tell how big they really are. Here I'm really close up to them and I can tell. They're big. And this is an exhibit, buffalo. They're sometimes called water buffalo. But in Africa, that's not so much true. Mostly, I think the water buffalo are in like India and places like that. Here in Africa, they're just called buffalo. Pretty cool, huh? In this exhibit, it's called the watering hole. It's where animals come together, and sometimes they come together, and even though they might eat each other, around watering holes, they often don't, because they know that without water they won't survive. So they let each other sort of be okay. Those are gazelles, without eating each other. And here's a mommy and daddy and a baby zebra. It's time to end this. I'm getting ready to go home, and Rabbit and I are going to say goodbye to you. So until next time, and maybe we'll come back to the museum again and look at some of the other exhibits. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
They used to walk, they used to swim, they used to fly with a toothy grin.